Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Bitcoin price is trading above this important line of resistance, and we have officially formed a brand new higher high over the past one day, which of course means that we are continuing in this uptrend. In just a moment, I'll be telling you guys my next Bitcoin price targets and some really important levels to pay attention to on the Bitcoin chart. And on top of all of that, I'll be giving you guys another update on the order books just here to see where our true support and resistance actually are, and also I'll be covering the funding rates towards the end of this video. All of that and more in this video. So definitely make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of that important information. And if that sounds good to you, just before we jump into it, be sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on for more videos like this one. I post these sort of videos every day here on the channel. And so if you could just spend a couple seconds out of your day to click like and subscribe down below, it's completely for free, but it seriously helps out the channel so much. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see just here, this was the symmetrical triangle pattern that I was talking about a few days ago now. And of course, we've already broken to the upside out of this pattern just here, but we have not yet actually hit the price target for this pattern. So measuring out the price target for this symmetrical triangle pattern, technically speaking, the price target is coming in at around 51.6K approximately, which from the current price is still another 5% gain for Bitcoin. But keep in mind that coming soon, there is strong resistance for Bitcoin coming up next. I'll be covering that in these charts in just a moment. But just before I get into that, I'll quickly mention the fact that Bitcoin is now above 48,000 US dollars. In yesterday's Bitcoin update that I filmed down here when we were at around 47,000, I'll let you guys know that there's actually a lot of sell orders at 48,000 US dollars. So in the immediate short term, that has been a level of resistance previously. But of course, if we break above resistance, then that is obviously really good news. And I'll let you guys know in yesterday's video that as soon as we break above 48,000, there's not too many sell orders on the other side of 48,000. So obviously that only means one thing for the price in the short term. And obviously as soon as we broke that level just there, the Bitcoin price continued to gain to the upside just before we're running into our next resistance here that I did actually cover yesterday. And once again, I'll be covering in just a moment. But keep in mind that just on the 2-hour chart just here, as you can see, the price is pretty much just trading sideways at the time of filming this video. But the RSI on the other hand on this 2-hour time frame is starting to head to the downside. So this is a bearish sign in the immediate short term. Now, I do not expect a massive crash or anything. In fact, all a bearish divergence basically means is just reduced buying pressure in the immediate short term. So according to this small bearish divergence in the RSI just here, once again, just some sideways consolidation above 48,000 in the immediate short term is probably the most likely scenario for this bearish divergence before eventually the continuation of this uptrend. Because obviously, if you're zooming out a little bit further, we are in quite a strong uptrend now on the 4-hour time frame. We've finally broken out of that short-term downtrend that we were in for almost a week. For around 6 days or so, we were in a short-term downtrend on the 4-hour time frame once again. But zooming all the way out to the daily time frame, we've never actually broken the uptrend all the way since this low down here at around 29,000 US dollars. Once again, ever since that low just there, we've seen consistent higher lows and consistent higher highs as well. And right now, obviously, we are forming a brand new higher high. So if you're looking at the price alone, once again, we are still in an uptrend on the daily time frame. So technically speaking, that is bullish, but there's still one bearish sign on the daily Bitcoin chart, and that is actually the RSI. As you can see just here, the RSI is really struggling to move to the upside beyond these overbought areas just here. And this is actually creating a small bearish divergence in the Bitcoin chart because, of course, if we are heading higher and higher in the price, but the RSI is just consolidating sideways, if not heading to the downside, once again, that is a bearish divergence. And that is basically a signal that shows weakness in this push to the upside. And now previously, around 5 days ago, approximately, we did actually see a death cross in the moving averages within the MACD indicator just here. But just now, we are currently seeing another golden cross. And of course, I was letting you guys know yesterday that this bearish momentum was actually looking pretty weak to the downside here. And once again, I let you guys know yesterday that we are actually due for another golden cross here on the daily time frame really soon, within the next 1 to 2 days. Especially if we can have this daily candle close as a green daily candle, that will actually confirm this golden cross in the MACD, which obviously will be a bullish indicator in the short term. So basically on the daily time frame, we have a bit of conflicting views between the MACD and the RSI. So essentially things are technically looking bullish. It's just the RSI is showing some weakness in the uptrend. So this really comes into play with our next areas of resistance that I will be talking about. But just before I jump into that, I'll let you guys know that a part of my Bitcoin strategy right now, I'm currently holding some of my Bitcoin over here on BlockFi because this was just Bitcoin that I was going to be holding anyway on a different exchange. So I thought I might as well chuck it on BlockFi to get this extra passive income. And as you can see, just by storing some of my crypto over here on BlockFi, I've actually earned over $1,300 worth of interest just for holding my crypto on BlockFi once again. So that is pretty much just free money. It is money that I didn't even have to work for. And obviously I would not be sharing this if I didn't actually use it myself as a part of my Bitcoin strategy. But yeah, if you want to check it out for yourself, I do actually have a link to BlockFi down below in the description and in the pinned comment. And by the way, if you do decide to make an account with BlockFi, if you're using the link down below to make an account, you can actually claim an extra free Bitcoin bonus when you're opening your account. And how you do that if you want to get that free Bitcoin is basically just open the account using the link down below once again, and also make your first deposit into your new BlockFi account within the first 30 days of you opening the account. And if you do that, you can claim that extra free Bitcoin bonus. And the free Bitcoin bonuses range from $15 worth of Bitcoin for free up to $250 worth of Bitcoin completely for free. But you'll see all of that information anyway if you click the link down below. But yeah, getting into some really important levels of resistance and also supports that we can pay attention to right now, looking at the Bitcoin order books across all of these big exchanges. As you can see just here, I actually went into more depth and explained these order books in more detail in my last Bitcoin update that I uploaded just yesterday on this channel. So for the brand new viewers on this channel that don't really understand what these order books actually mean, definitely check out my last Bitcoin update that I posted on this channel once again after you finish watching this one, of course. But yeah, as you can see just here, we have the order books actually have a huge spike to the upside at exactly $50,000 per Bitcoin. We have a huge amount of sell orders at 50K. And this continues to ramp to the upside all the way up towards around 51,000 is when it starts to drop off again in regards to the sell orders, as you can see just here. So what this is actually telling us is basically we have some strong resistance at around $50,000 all the way up towards around $51,000 per Bitcoin. And as for supports to the downside, we actually have very strong support coming in at $47,000 per Bitcoin, because as you can see just here in the order books, we have a massive amount of buy orders set at exactly $47,000. So those are some really important levels of support and resistance that I'm currently paying attention to right now. And in fact, I revealed this information hours ago over on my Twitter. As you can see, I said I'm watching the $50,000 to $51,000 price range as the next resistance for Bitcoin. And if we can actually start breaking above that range with confirmation, then the second half of this bull cycle is confirmed. So that is right. That's seriously how bullish we would be looking if we can start breaking above $50,000 to $51,000. Because if you don't already know, zooming out on the daily Bitcoin chart just here, as you can see, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to the lows of this correction, we actually have the golden pocket, the 61.8% Fibonacci level up towards the 65% level, which is currently coming in at around $51,000. So we have an incredibly important Fibonacci level at 51K. We have a huge amount of sell orders coming in at around 50 to 51,000. And we also have the technical price target for this symmetrical triangle pattern coming in at around 51,000. So there's a lot of different indicators and patterns that all points towards around 50 to 51,000. And once again, if we really start breaking above around 51 to 52,000 with strong confirmation, then that's how you know that we are flipping really bullish in the coming weeks, potentially over the next few months. But even in a raging bull market, a multi-month uptrend, we do also see some decent corrections along the way. So keep that in mind. We're not going to head straight to the upside. We're going to have some short-term call-offs along the way as well. And they will actually be some great entry points. And of course, I'll let you guys know about the last two short-term call-offs just here around 1 to 2 days before they actually happened. So I hope that a lot of you did actually take those opportunities as buying opportunities, as I've been talking about on this channel once again. Because so far, if you did actually use those short-term call-offs as buying opportunities, right now, obviously, you would be sitting in some pretty nice profits. And just quickly covering the Bitcoin funding rates right now. As you can see, they are still leaning more bearish yet again. Once again, for the brand new viewers on this channel, if you have no idea what I'm talking about with these Bitcoin funding rates, definitely check out my last couple Bitcoin updates because I went into more detail about these Bitcoin funding rates in those videos. But yeah, I'll just quickly give you guys an update on the funding rates once again. The more positive these funding rates, basically, the more bearish that is, because the more positive these funding rates are, the more long positions are active on these exchanges. And when there's a lot of long positions active on these exchanges, it actually becomes expensive to open a long position and becomes very expensive to maintain a long position due to the funding rates just here. So all of these really positive funding rates are actually leaning towards another short-term cool-off sometime soon. Of course, it's not impossible that we continue to head to the upside in the short term, but once again, it would actually be really healthy for the overall crypto market if we do see another short-term cool-off sometime soon. In fact, within the next 1 to 2 weeks, it is actually very likely that we're going to see these funding rates drop back to the downside again. And the sooner it happens, the better, because of course, if these funding rates continue to shoot to the upside over the next 2 weeks, for example, then we'll be in a pretty bad situation because of course, we would have a lot more long positions on our hands to have the funding rates that high. And those long positions will be paying an extreme amount of fees to the short positions, which will mean that there will be very strong incentive at that stage to open short positions. And there'll be very strong incentive to close long positions, which of course is a bearish thing. So pretty much the sooner we see these funding rates go to the downside, the better. And once again, that just suggests a short-term cool-off. It's only when these funding rates get extremely positive when we have much more of a correction to the downside. But of course, I'll keep you guys updated every day on this channel and also on my Twitter in real time if anything particular happens. So once again, if you're not following me over on my Twitter, definitely check that out. The link is in the description down below if you want to get all of these extra updates throughout the day. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. It was just a quick Bitcoin update, letting you guys know some really important Bitcoin price levels that I'm paying attention to right now in terms of support and resistance, letting you guys also know about my Bitcoin strategy right now. And if you enjoyed or got something useful out of this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. And with the crypto markets heating up once again, and the fact that we are still below the all-time high levels, there's also never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends to get your friends involved in this amazing opportunity that we are in right now. And I'll just quickly throw this in here for those of you that did stick all the way to the end of this video. We are currently still holding above the 21-week moving average, which is actually still a really bullish sign. We only start flipping much more bearish if we break below that 21-week moving average, sitting at around 44,000 US dollars. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.